I'm standing in front of the parish church in Lourdes, where St. Bernadette was baptized. It's a few blocks from the mill where she was born, and she only received her first communion here a few months after the apparitions in 1858, because even though she was 14 years old at that time, she had had a very poor education, she had a poor memory, so it had been difficult for her to learn her catechism. But finally, a few months after the apparition, she was able to receive her first communion. A few blocks from here is the presbytery, or the rectory, the place where the pastor lived. There were 4 priests at the time. They were hesitant to go down to the grotto because they were afraid of getting involved if it turned out to be a fraud. And they were in contact with the bishop. They were trying to decide. The pastor is buried here. There's a tomb in the crypt church where the Eucharistic adoration takes place. We were down there praying. And it was difficult for the pastor to have a visionary in his parish to try to decide if this was real, if it wasn't. It was a challenge for him. But then once he became convinced that this was real, he gave his whole heart to building the chapel that Our Lady asked for, which eventually became the beautiful sanctuary at the shrine. He gave his life, and I think through this he became a very holy man. But it was a challenge for him as well. Each of us is called to do our part. It's difficult to live as a visionary. It's difficult to be the pastor of a visionary. It's difficult to do many things in this life, but if we open to God's plan and we let His plan unfold, we can be His instruments of mercy in the world.